Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Cork Model Farms here. So today is episode 4 of the My Opinion on the New Models, and this is for October 2024. So this episode's a bit of a nice varied one, as the last one I think was just all combines and the one before that was just all Land Rovers, but this is a nice varied one like the first episode. So we've got a nice selection of things here. So as is up here, for nearly every working machine there's a model equivalent. Here are some of the latest scale models to add to your miniature fleet. So the first thing we're going to be looking at today is a Fendt 728 Viro tractor by Wicking in 132 scale. Wicking's Fendt 728 Viro tractor, launched at Agritechnica last year, has proved popular despite only recently becoming widely available. The model is beautifully engineered with good levels of detailing and many working features. It's provided with detachable front weights and front wheel hubs. So it costs €109.95. You can get it at www.wicking.de and the code is 077868. Then it says 3 little extra bits about it here. External accessories. Tractor is provided with plastic warning beacons, fixed warning boards, and work and tail lights. For attaching equipment, the tractor has a working 3-point linkage and cleavage drawbar. The linkage has 2 rams supporting the lower links as well as a fixed length top link. The adjustable height clevis is also supportable with the drawbar pin. Then it says hinged bonnet. The lower front links are supported on 2 rams and fold when not needed, as it is it has a fixed length top link yellow PTO guard and coloured hydraulic connectors. A hinged bonnet lifts to give access to the engine bay detail. Front wheel turning to provide the tractor with a tight turning circle. And then finally it says detailed interior. Both the cab door and rear windows open, giving good access to the detailed cab interior. Inside there's dark grey patterned floor matting, driver and passenger seat. The driver's seat has a silver Fendt decal whilst the passenger seat folds. There are black air vents and an instrumental panel detail on the steering column. The instrumental panel and the monitors on the armrests and roof panels and sport light screen. So yeah, that's a pretty nice model by Wicking. It's looks quite similar to my Fendt 724, just a bit of an upgrade, slightly bigger. Obviously with far more detail, as my Fendt 724 is made by Siku and this is made by Wicking. But yeah, it's a really good looking model. I feel like for the really expensive models, you kind of want to go Wicking or Marge models. So I always feel like for expensive models, you want to go to mainland Europe, mainly Germany really. But yeah, it looks like a really nice model. I like the opening doors and stuff. It would be it's a bit annoying because it would be nice if you could also just lift the cab off, because it'd be quite hard to get a driver in there, but you get what you get and you don't get upset. I also like the idea of the passenger seat, as that's a nice idea, as not many models I have that, I think. Only the big John Deere over here has it, but I don't think many other models have that. Basically, it's nice because, for example, when I'm up at my uncle's, I sit in the passenger seat of the New Holland TS110, just if we're like mowing or moving or something. So that's always nice. Anyways, so I would give that probably a 4.5 out of 5 just for the little opening of the cab. Then moving on, we have a much smaller one here, the Farm Building and Accessory Set by Britons in 132 scale. In new colours, Britain's refreshed plastic 12-part building easily clips together without the need for any tools. The set includes fencing, 2 gates, 2 troughs and 10 small bales. There are also 4 cows, 4 hens, a dog and 3 figures provided. So it's £34.99. You can get www.britansfarmtoys.co.uk and the code is 43388. So my opinion on this one, this took far less time to talk about, but I actually didn't know the Britons had changed their shed, as I do remember that this shed has been around for ages upon ages, and basically Ertl also made one, which was basically the same, just it was a bit more kind of Americanized, because Ertl is the American equivalent of Britons in my opinion, and vice versa. That's just my opinion, say what you like. But this does look okay. It wouldn't be, obviously This is more of a toy shed than like compared to you could get a far. I do have to say you could get a better one from Brushwood, like the small cow house I think it's called, but this is okay if you're just looking for a cheap one. You might get a nice gate. You can take the gate off, I would say, and just turn that into a gate if you wanted to. I like the addition of getting the animals as well. Also, chickens haven't been seen in sets for quite a while. I don't think you can get the Britain's chicken set anymore. The reason I actually got those chickens is when I was away at some point and we were at a model shop, and for some reason they had them there from ages ago, so we decided to get them. So that's where I got them. But I think you can only get chickens in like farm sets now rather than just on their own. Anyway, it's okay. I guess you probably just want something. If you want something cheap, and you want to just give it to your kids, this is probably the one. I personally prefer the other design because it was a bit more kind of modern. This looks like a really old one. This looks like it's from like maybe not the 1800s, but the wooden rather than the like bricks and the sheeting. It's a bit. And then this is a bit more modern, and the roof is a bit more modern than just kind of like a very old wooden outside the shed. Anyway, that's just my opinion. I give that a 3 out of 5 because it's still like it's kind of more of a kid's toy than a model. Then moving on, we have the Class Arian 550 Stage 5 tractor with FL 140 front loader by Universal Hobbies in 1/2 scale. Available from Class and its dealers network only. The production for these individually numbered models has been limited to 1,000. The tractor comes fitted with a FL 140 front loader and a bucket grab attachment. Neither the loader nor the attachment detaches, but both work smoothly on Ram's pipe to the match multi-coupling. It sports a working front linkage with yellow PTO guards, a resilient bonnet with the latest decals and chrome exhausts. It is £76.79. You can get www.class.co.uk/en/gb/about-class/location/dealer/locator. And the code is 000-266-2260. Then up here it says 2-point linkage. Based on previous tooling, the model retains Universal Hobbies' earlier 2-point linkage with pickup for attaching trailer equipment. The cab sports driving mirrors, the latest warning beacons, and an aerial and GPS receiver. The cab door does not open, but inside there are 2 monitors, dark grey floor matting, detailed dark grey armrest, and dark grey driver's seat. Sorry about me mispronouncing that. I'm sure I probably butchered the name, but I'll try my best the next time. Anyways, this looks like, I would say this could be a good model in one way. Now, I know I'm being a bit, you're probably thinking, God, I'm being a bit critical in this episode, but there are just a few problems with some of these. This looks beautiful, and like it does, because I like a nice class with the loader. But I'm okay with not having the front loader detachable, because like for example, my Britain's Massey Ferguson, you can't take the loader off that, and that's grand. But not being able to take off the shear grab is a bit much, because you might want to put a bucket on it, you might want to put a man cage on it, you might want to put a log grab on it, but no, you're just stuck with the shear grab, and you probably have to perform some sort of a conversion just to put a bucket on. So that's my only little complaint with it. It would also be nice if you could take the front loader off, but that's kind of that. I'm more annoyed with the not being able to take the shear grab off. Also, it really looks like just a copy of the front loader that came with the Massey Ferguson set that I used to have for ages, but I ended up losing it, so I can't find it anymore. It just looks kind of cheap and nasty. It's just grey and red instead of just straight black. Anyway, so that I would give that probably a 4 out of 5. Then a very small one here in the middle, the Britain's Buck Rake by Britain's in 1/32 scale. This newly tooled diecast model has 12 tines and a sliding gate. It finishes both on the front A-frame linkage provided on some Britain's tractors, or with the supplied adapter for tractors with Britain's latest 2-point rear linkage. It is £15.99. You can go www.britain'sfarmtoys.co.uk and the code is 43369. So this is a bit of an interesting model. Basically, I remember hearing about the buck rake, I think around October last year, and I was quite excited for it. I didn't know what colour it was going to be. Obviously, I'm guessing that they couldn't. I'm guessing that they just couldn't manage to get a partner for buck rakes. So like, I know why they could have done Red Rock or something, but they ended up just making it a non-brand one in the end. So I'm guessing there's probably a few people. I might do this in the future. It's such a small model. I might just get it and paint it into like a certain brand, like the JCB buck rake that came with the JCB 419S set. That was the JCB branded buck rake. But it would be nice if this was a branded buck rake. But other than that, it's a really simple and nice one, and seems very cheap. So that's handy because you don't want to go out by spending loads on just a buck rake. So that's nice. So I'll give that probably a 5 out of 5, or maybe I'll stick with a 4 out of 5 because just those little bits there. Finally, on to our last one of the episode, we have the John Deere 4960 tractor by Britain's in 132 scale. A well-built, largely metal model of the North American spec John Deere 4960 tractor with dual rear wheels. It has North American style front weights and tyres. There are good levels of engine detailing down both sides. Beneath the bonnet, the exhaust is routed up with the right-hand cab pillar, with cab access steps detailed in plastic on the left-hand side. It is £54.99. You can get it at www.britain'sfarmtoys.co.uk and the code is 43383. Then the bit they said about it was quick attachment frame. The tractor has a free-floating plastic 3-point linkage with a quick attachment frame. There's also a pin for attaching trailed equipment. It has a painted on work and tail lights with a slow-moving vehicle sign detailed. Inside the cab finish is a dark tan. There's a detailed instrument panel behind the steering wheel and beside the driver's seat operating levelers. So my opinion on this one, this is actually a really nice looking one. Britain seems to be in a quite, last year mainly, and I know it'll be the same this year. Britain's is really was in a bit of a big John Deere rush, I kind of called it, because it seems like all they were producing was just John Deere models, and I mean, I can't blame them. I mean, they're a great company. It just seemed like, to be honest, it was just like they were obsessed with John Deere for a while. I'm guessing they must have had a big partnership with them or something. But you might remember that from like Moira last year and stuff. Anyway, this looks like a really cool model. I like how it's delivered in the North American version instead of the European version. As it's nice, what I like is it is nice to see like a tractor from a different country, which is always nice. As usually, I always feel like maybe this is just me, but from what I remember from like Farming Simulator 22, it's usually tractors are divided, if they're big enough, they're divided into either EU or US categories, and usually it just means like a few minor modifications to like the kind of the back and stuff, like a few more signs and stuff. I don't know if there is any other versions. Like I know is there like an Asian and an African and Oceania version. I don't know. You can tell me out in the comments if you're from any of those continents. But yeah, this is nice. This would look good on some sort of an old American diorama, perhaps like one that maybe like some sort of an old grain one, or maybe a cotton or something. It could really work in any state doing anything. Anyway, so I'll give that a 5 out of 5. Anyway, so I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you again very, very soon. Bye.